Welcome everybody. This is Jason, and this week we're doing a workshop called Think Inside the Box. This is basically a start to finish workshop about creating accessory box accessories. So, what are accessory boxes? Accessory boxes are boxes that apply an XML's collection value over a sim as if it were an XTOL. Next question. No. In layman's terms, an accessory box can add or remove accessories in the same way that an overlay box can add or remove skin overlays. What is the advantage of having accessory boxes? The main benefit of creating accessory box only accessories is decluttering your accessory bin. In my various games, I have weapon accessories, musical instruments, and other special use accessories that I don't use constantly, and removing them from the bin greatly reduces loading time. So let's have a look at the accessories first. So first we're going to convert a CAS accessory to make it accessory box ready. So to get started, some body shop accessories have a thumbnail image or several for easy identification in CAS. They look like this. Once an accessory box has been converted, it won't be visible in Body Shop, so we don't need that extra file space that the IMG adds. We're going to remove it. So to do that, select the IMG in the resource tree. Now select the IMG in the resource list. That looks something like that. And let's follow along in SimPE.
Okay, so if we downloaded like one of those accessories, like you gave a bunch of Synaptic Sims, like accessories, this is where we open it, right?
Yes. Let's go with, I'm going to grab Julie J. AF Ursel Fallen Patties, because I know that this one has IMGs in it. So we grab that IMG, and we can see this has an image. We don't need that image because we're not going to be able to open this accessory in CAS when we're done. So what we do, we go, and if there are more, if you have an accessory with multiple images, you just shift select. In this case, we just select the one, then right click and delete.
I have a question. If it doesn't have an IMG, do we need to worry about this step?
No,
Okay.
we just move on to the next step.
Okay.
I'm providing this example specifically because some of them have this.
Okay.
So,
understood. Thanks.
No problem. So, shift select all of the IMG images, right click and select delete from the drop down. Like that. At this time, you can save your work. So let's hop back over to SimPE and save. Now, select on the XMOL in the resource tree and the first XMOL in the resource list. Select the flags property in the XMOL plugin. The value should be set to 000000008. And what that means is that it appears in Body Shop, but it's disabled for townies. That looks like this. So, we got to XMOL, and we can see that Julie here has 3 for adults, elders, and young adults. So we go to the first one, we grab that flag resource, and we can see that it's an 8. So we just backspace and change that to 9. And then we commit. We go to the next one. And we edit this XMOL exactly the same way. So we backspace. We change that to 9. We commit. Then
Do
we
we do
go.
this for every item in the resource list? We change the flag from 8 to 9?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
All of the XMOL.
Okay.
Sometimes, see, you have different XMOL for each different age group and gender. So it ends in 1. We know that this is female. It begins, the 800s are adult. The 1000 are elder, and then the 4000, those are young adult. So in this case, we know that it's from young adult to elder for female only. Okay.
Okay.
So then we save.
One moment. Mine has like 8.
Okay. We'll give you a little
Sorry,
time
I'm on my last one. If there's just a
because
little bit more. All
you've
right.
got adults and teen, or
I
yeah,
guess so.
from teen to elder for both genders.
Okay. I'm saved. I'm good.
Okay,
Thanks.
no problem. Moving on. So now we change that value to 9. So in this case, so we change it to 9 so that it's hidden in CAS and unavailable for townies. We come in our changes and we repeat that with all of the XML, and that looks like this. Now we switch to the resource tab and we copy the group value from one of the XML. So we hop over here to resource, over here in the corner. We grab one of those and we grab group and we go Control C. Now in the resource, well, hang on, so we switch to the XMOL. We grab the group value, just like that, and we copy it. Now, we right click anywhere in the resource tree, we select Add in the drop down, and that looks like that.
Okay.
So we go Add, and oh, I did not include these. So I'm going to go back up to desktop, and I added these resources to the resource post, but you just want these 2 XML files for the collection and the collection 3 IDR. So we just grab those 2 XML files, we open, just like that. So add the resources provided in the workshop post, the call, and the collection 3 IDR. Do you see where I'm at in the resource post here?
Yeah.
Grab this thing that says collection resources and unzip it.
Okay. I did that. Okay.
So there are 2 SimPE resources and 2 SimPE resource XMLs. From the XML, so we grab the group value, and then we go Add, and we grab those 2, the XMLs, not the resources themselves. And then
XMLs. Okay.
we go to the call, and we can see that it's italicized because this has just been added. And we paste the group value over the call's instance, just like that.
Call's instance. Okay. And
then
commit?
No, don't need to commit. We go to the 3 IDR, and you can see the one that's been italicized. It's just been added. So we paste that group value there, just like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we select the call in the resource tree. Then in the resource list, we paste the group value in the instance box. Repeat that with the 3 IDR. So resource tree, resource list, and then paste the instance. And we do that with the 3 IDR as well. So then you should see that there is one more 3 IDR that has the same instance number as the group value. In the plugin view, this 3 IDR is empty. So we right click on that resource and we delete from the dropdown. So we grab this one because all of the others are high range or low range. So we grab this one that has the same group value and we go delete, and we just leave the one that's italicized. And let's save that right quick. Okay, so now we switch back to the plugin view and select the newly added 3IDR. Then we select the second line in that 3IDR, which is text lists. So we go back to the plugin view, we select that line, text lists. And then in the group text window, we paste the new group value. And that looks like that. So we paste that over, then we commit, and then we save. So then we select the first of the low range 3IDR, the one that has the instance values that correspond to the binks, or from 0001 to 000B. And we hit the package button. Sorry. So we grab that one, and then we hit this package button. And you can see the list of resources associated with the package pops up here. Okay, so what we're going to do now. So look for the call in the resource pop-up. Drag the call, the one with this group number, into the 3IDR plugin. So we grab this call and we just slide, just like that. And now we just slide like that. We select the line containing the original call, and we click delete. And if there is an IMG line, we also delete that. So we just select that line and we delete. So if we're looking at it in SimPE, so this is a line that we just added down at the bottom here. So we don't need this collection instance, so we go delete, and we don't need this IMG anymore, so we click delete. So that just leaves 4 lines. So now we move the new call up 1 line to take the original call's position, the 3rd line down. So we just select that line and we tap on the up once. We just grab that line, we go up, commit, and while we're doing that, I'm going to do that with the rest of these resources. So it's just that step for all of your low range 3IDR. So we slide the collection, we delete the IMG, we delete the old collection, we move the new collection up, and we commit. And then we do the same thing. We grab the collection, slide it over, then we delete the IMG, and we delete the collection, and we commit. Or no, I'm sorry, we gotta scoot that up. So we've got to scoot collection up to the 3rd line. So from the top, it's the 3rd line down.
Is there like a technical reason for that? Why
Yes.
the collection has to be 3rd? Okay.
Yes, because that's where the beacon in the box reads the collection data from. Package since we're done with it. So then, as a final step, notate the name of that accessory and the group value on the notepad. So and then we just paste the group value again. Okay, and I'm going to do a couple more right quick. So if you're working on a project while we're doing this, that will give you time to get caught up. Configuring the accessory box. Open the accessory box template provided. Optionally, you can clone this object to make your own standalone accessory box. Select the beacon from the resource tree and the first beacon in the resource list. This tells the accessory how many total the accessory box how many total accessories there are. Edit as necessary and commit your changes. Okay, so we go to the beacons. We go to the first beacon on the list. It's called overlay tuning. And we can see that the desk value is 10. So this is a box for 10 resources. And we change that to 3. By the way, this is a template that William made to basically test overlays. I made a couple of tweaks on my own, but that's kind of he made it specifically so you don't have to create a separate remove, add or and remove behave for every single accessory. It's really slick. Okay, so are we good there? We just changed the number of total accessories in the box in the first beacon.
Is there like a limit to how many we can put in the box?
120.
Oh wow!
You must. Did
all
you
that.
find that out through trial and error? Or?
No, I mean I think it's a binary value, so it's like 128. But it's just because those are the limitations of beacons.
Okay.
So now we select the TRCN and the second TRCN overlay gives in the resource list. So we copy the name of the first accessory from the notepad to lines 0 and 1 of the TRCN, leaving first and last parts of the label. Do the same with all of the accessories, i.e. the name of the second accessory goes in lines 2 and 3, the third accessory goes in 4 and 5, and so on. And that looks like this.
Sorry, what is the TRCN?
TRCN is... So you're going to find it just below beacon.
Oh, okay.
These are the beacon constant labels. So we're selecting the one that says overlay gids.
Okay.
And you can see I've already just made random line things in the template. So it says thing 1. So we grab the first accessory.
Oh, okay.
And we just paste over thing 1, but we want to leave that last. And then we do the same thing on... Okay, we do that on line 0 and line 1. Then we grab the second accessory, and we're doing that on lines 2 and 3. And then we grab the third accessory, and we do that on lines 4 and 5. Just like that. And this helps if you're making a set with, say, 80 accessories. This definitely helps you keep track of what each line represents in the beacon. These are you don't adjust anything here. These are just labels for the beacons.
Okay.
So we commit that and move on to the next thing. So now, select the third TRCN, overlay genders in the resource list. Just as before, we copy the name of the first accessory from your notepad to line 0 and 1 of the TRCN. This time, we leave the male and female parts of the label. Do the same with all of the accessories. The name of this, i.e. the name of the secondary accessory goes on lines 2 and 3. The third goes on 4 and 5, and so on. And that looks like this. So we've got before, again with the thing 1, and then male in parentheses. We just leave that the same. We leave the parentheses where they are. We just change the name of the label. So we grab this TRCN now. And we grab line 0 grab line 1, and we get the name of the second accessory. And then we get the name of the third accessory. Commit. And let's give it a quick save. So now we select the beacon once again in the resource tree, the second beacon overlay GIDs in the resource list. We select the first 4 characters of the first accessory following the 0x. So they should be in, if it's the first 4, it should begin with 5F, and we paste those in the hex text box this time of line 01 where it says first. Then we copy the last 4 characters and we paste those in the text box on line 00, the one that says last. So that looks like this. So it should be zeroed out, and we're just replacing the first and last values. We go to the second beacon now, the one that says overlay GIDs. So we grab, for the first accessory, we grab 5F0C. We go to where it says first, and we paste those after the 0x, like that. Or we can just paste over the entire thing, but make sure that it's in the hex box. Then we grab the last 4, and we just paste over like that. We do the same thing for the next accessory. We grab the first 4, those go in first, and we grab the last 4, those go in last. It's kind of backwards. I don't know why it's that way. It needs to be done that way. So then we grab the third accessory, the first and the last, and we commit our changes. And then we go to the third beacon, 1002. So we select the third beacon, overlay genders in the resource list. This controls whether an accessory is available for male, female, or both. 0 is unavailable, 1 is available. We're going to edit those values, this time in the decimal box if necessary. And we commit and save, just like that. So we just edit the decimal box here for each of these values. For example, we know that Julie's panties are female only, so we don't need this to be available for male Sims. So we're just going to change that to 0. This is available for both genders, and this is available for both genders, so we're just going to leave those the way that they are. Now we select the str from the resource tree and find the make action string prim string set resource from the resource tree. Here, the action strings for each accessory are listed in order. The add and remove strings for the first accessory are in lines 0 and 1. The strings for the second accessory are 2 and 3, and so on. We're just going to edit the action strings. So that looks like this.
So which in the resource tree, where are you for this?
We're going down to str.
Oh, str. Okay.
It's str pound sign.
Gotcha.
So it's called text lists. It's down near the bottom.
Okay. Text list.
So we're looking for this one, make action string prim string set. So where it says thing 1, we're going to change that, right? We keep the add, we keep everything from the slash left, and we just paste over thing 1. Okay? And then we do the same thing for thing 2. We just paste over the name. And that's what's handy about having this template. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. And then we do that. Okay, we replace all of the action strings.
Oh, I was gonna ask, you know how you've done the 3, but then there's like add remove thing 5, 6, 7. If you leave those there, will that manifest in the box, or does those need removed so you only have, the amount equal to the pairs that you've added, like in the beacon?
That's a good point. On the beacons and the TRCN, it's not an issue. You can clean it up if you want, but because this is a dynamic menu, that is a good point. We need to delete any extra action strings that we're not using.
Yeah.
They'll show up on the overlay and they won't do anything. Is that correct?
No, because it's a dynamic menu, if you click the box and there are more pairs of action strings than there are actual accessories in the first beacon, it will kind of like error out. You can't access that menu. So we're almost done now. So if you're set on making this a standalone object, what we need to do with all standalone objects is go to the objd and get ourselves a GID. Since this is a template and I created this GID specifically to illustrate it as a template, I'm not going to mess with it, but that's on you. So for the GID, we know what we need to do. One final step. If you'd like to give it a personal touch, replace the TXTR with your own custom graphic. Select the TXTR in the resource tree, again in the resource list. Right click on the texture image, do the build DXT thing in the drop down, and build the texture as you normally would. Commit and save, and that's it. Now it's time to test. Where was it? She's decent. I know she's decent. So, let's yoink her.
You just bulldoze the sim?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could.
Yeah, if you use move objects on, I mean you can pick them up, move them around, delete them. And she's fine. She will, like, the next time I load the lot, she'll spawn out by the mailbox.
I just didn't know you could bulldoze them, though. That is funny.
Okay, let's test this thing. Yep, there it is. I can't show them to you fully so that you appreciate them, but it adds, this option is available for females only. So it's working as it should.
Gosh, got the circlet.
And the alien eye. So there you have it. Accessory box accessories.